Hey guys, John at the Ed Center here. I have discovered my new favorite filming spot. This is down by the lake, Orange Lake. It's a nice park downtown. It's kind of chill. The birds are singing, the sandflies are buzzing my head. And I just had an old student stop by to visit. It was very cool. He's applying for some post-secondary schooling. Anyway, I had a really good talk the other night with an elder, and I want to share it with you. Solomon and I were talking about how the Cree language functions, and in particular about how it speaks of animals. You're in a biology class. You have to expect a little bit to talk about how animals work. So what he explained to me was, well, first of all, what bears are called. I understood that, Musqueam. But then we spoke more about the different types of bears: brown bears, black bears, grizzly bears, polar bears, and where their names come from. That was a bigger, more complicated question. Well, what I learned was that the names used for these different types of bears actually refer to physical characteristics that the bears have. For instance, grizzly bears, the Cree name for grizzly bear, he told me, meant large bear. That's cool, they are big. And I think he said brown bear meant stumpy tail or something. I'm trying to remember. And he said the polar bear just meant white bear. And that was good for me. I learned something. He told me the words as well, but I can't remember them. Anyway, what I really was curious about was what I asked him next. I said, if you have a grizzly bear and a polar bear and they have a baby, what is that? And the first thing he did, he laughed and said, can that happen? And I was like, yeah. So he wasn't too sure. I gave him something to think about, and that was pretty cool. It's cool when you get to give something like that something to think about. So, what is that? See, we, as humans, and in science, especially biology, we like to have fixed little boxes to put things in. Is that this kind of butterfly or this kind of butterfly? Is it this kind of bear or this kind of bear? But sometimes animals don't fit into boxes very well. Like if you had a bear that was part grizzly and part polar bear. Is it its own species or is it just a musqueam? It's something to think about. And these do actually happen. It's kind of cool. As an extension of that, if you have a bear that is mostly polar bear, but its grandmother was a grizzly, is it still a polar bear? What if it was a polar bear, but its grandmother was a grizzly and it had brown fur? Is it still a polar bear? I'm curious what you guys think. Thank you so much for your time.